The Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council had never witnessed such audacity. 700 species, representing countless worlds across the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies, sat in their designated sections. Their various forms of sensory organs focused on the human delegation, standing at the center of the crystalline floor. Ambassador Mia Chen stood perfectly still, her dark eyes scanning the circular chamber with calculated precision. Beside her, Commander Max Rivera maintained a military posture that had been drilled into him since his academy days. They were alone, just two humans facing the most powerful assembly in known space. The Council Primarch, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field, pulsed with irritation. "The terms are generous," the translated voice echoed through the chamber. "Humanity will be granted provisional membership. You will share your jump drive technology, your medical advances, and your unusual computational systems. In return, you receive protection, trade rights, and access to the collective knowledge base." Mia didn't move. Max's jaw tightened almost imperceptibly. "These terms have been accepted by every species that has achieved faster-than-light capability," continued the Primarch. "It is not negotiation. It is integration. It is how civilization functions at this level." The Thexian delegation, a species of crystalline beings who communicated through light refraction, flashed in what their translators interpreted as agreement. The Korvathi, massive bear-like creatures from a high-gravity world, rumbled their approval. Even the settlers, a peaceful aquatic species, sent ripples of consent through their containment tanks. Mia finally spoke, her voice clear and unwavering. "No." The single word created a wave of confusion that rippled through the chamber. Translator devices across 700 species stuttered, recalibrating, certain they had malfunctioned. "Clarify your statement," the Primarch demanded, its energy field flickering with colors that indicated profound confusion. "No," Mia repeated. "We reject your terms. All of them." Max stepped forward, his hand resting casually on the datapad at his belt. "Furthermore, we're rejecting the fundamental premise of this negotiation." The Korvathi ambassador rose to his full 3-meter height. "This is unprecedented. Every species contributes to the collective. Every species shares technology. This is how we've maintained peace for 10,000 years. Mia smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "Peace? Is that what you call it? Because from where we're standing, it looks more like stagnation dressed up as stability." "You dare," began the Thexian representative, their crystalline structure flashing angry reds and oranges. "Yes, we dare," Max interrupted, his voice carrying the weight of military command. "We've studied your collective. We've analyzed your technology-sharing protocols. Do you know what we found?" He activated his datapad, and holographic projections filled the center of the chamber. Graphs, charts, and data streams floated in the air, visible to all species present regardless of their visual spectrum. "Innovation in the Galactic Council has decreased by 73% over the last 5,000 years, Mia explained, walking around the projections like a professor giving a lecture. "The collective knowledge base is impressive, certainly. But it's also a crutch. Species stop innovating because someone else has already solved the problem. That is efficiency," protested a settler representative, their translated voice carrying bubbling undertones. "That's extinction waiting to happen," Max countered. "You've created a monoculture of thought. 700 species, and you all think the same way because you all draw from the same well of knowledge." The Primarch's energy field pulsed with what might have been anger. "And humans believe they are superior? That their mere 2 centuries of space travel make them wiser than civilizations millions of years old?" "Not superior," Mia said softly. "Different. And difference is valuable." She gestured, and Max brought up another set of data. "In the 140 years since humanity achieved FTL, we've developed 17 completely new approaches to energy generation. 12 of them contradict what your collective knowledge base says is possible." "Impossible," stated the Korvathi flatly. "And yet," Max said with a slight smile, "here we are, using a jump drive that your own scientists examined and declared theoretically impossible 3 years ago." Mia walked closer to the Primarch's containment field. "You want our technology? Our medical advances that can regenerate organs, our computational systems that achieved sentient AI, our weapons that impressed your military observers. But you don't want to understand how we developed them." "Which is?" the Primarch asked, its tone suggesting it was humoring a child. "Chaos," Mia said simply. Competition. Failure. We have 207 nation-states on Earth. They argue, they compete, they sometimes conflict. We have dozens of private corporations racing each other to innovate. We have billions of individuals free to pursue strange ideas that might not work. Inefficiency, pronounced the Thexian representative. Evolution, Max corrected. Natural selection applies to ideas too. The bad ones die. The good ones thrive and mutate and combine with other good ideas in ways no one predicted. Mia returned to stand beside Max, facing the council. Your collective is a beautiful thing, a testament to cooperation and shared knowledge. But it's also a crystal, perfect, orderly, and brittle. One strong enough impact, one problem it's not designed to handle, and it shatters. While humanity, Max continued, is more like water. Chaotic, messy, flowing into every crack and crevice. Hard to contain, impossible to predict, but also adaptable to any container, any challenge. The council chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated voices, ranging from outrage to confusion to, surprisingly, thoughtful consideration. The Primarch raised its energy output, silencing the assembly. You would stand alone? Outside the collective, every lone species in the history of the galaxy has either joined or been conquered by those who have. Then we'll be the first exception, Mia said calmly. We're not rejecting cooperation. We're rejecting conformity. We'll trade with any species that wants to trade. We'll defend any ally that wants our friendship. But we won't pour our innovation into a collective pool and draw from that same pool until we think exactly like everyone else. Max added, we're not your enemy. We're your reminder that there's more than one way to reach the stars. The Primarch was silent for a long moment, its energy field cycling through colors no human had names for. Finally it spoke. This is highly irregular. The council must deliberate. Take your time, Mia said. We'll be here. Or out there continuing to do what we do best. Which is? Asked the Primarch. Mia and Max exchanged a glance, then smiled. Genuine this time, filled with the confidence of a species that had climbed from caves to stars in the blink of cosmic time. Surprising you, they said in unison. As they turned to leave the grand chamber, 700 species watched in stunned silence, some with anger, some with confusion, and a very few with something that might have been respect or perhaps envy, for a species crazy enough to chart its own course through the infinite dark. Humanity had rejected the Galactic Council's terms, and in doing so, they had reminded the galaxy of something it had forgotten over 10,000 years of peaceful conformity, that sometimes the most valuable thing a civilization can offer isn't what it knows, but what it dares to discover.